Africa come together to celebrate the Day of African Child. How did the Day of African Child come about? In 1976, in South Africa, Soweto, there was an uprising of young people who went to the street to demonstrate against unfairness towards them. The black African were being treated badly by the apartheid regime, which led to a demonstration which resulted in killing hundreds of young people in South Africa, as well as injuring many of them. So in 1976, June 16th, African Union came together and they decided, actually in 1991, African Union came together and they decided to declare 16th of June of every year on the continent Africa as the Day of African Child, in remembrance of the protesters' courage. Since then, the day has been used to raise awareness about the need of improvement of education provided to African children. Every year, African Union, through African Committee of Experts on Rights and Welfare of Child, sets a theme, a continental theme of which the different member states can domesticate according to their situation. This year's theme is education for children in Africa. The time is now. That is this year's theme. Under this theme, each African member state is expected to share what it has done, as well as plans in place to ensure that every child access education as a right. During the commemoration on Sunday of this Sunday, the Minister of Education, whom we are working closely together to organize this event, will be present, share with you how we have performed as a country in regard to promotion of the right of children or the right of education. Government of Uganda has chosen to maintain the same theme because the country has been selected by AU to host the continental commemoration. So this year is not like any other year. The headquarters of the continent for this year's celebration will be in Uganda, and the venue chosen is Chiriandongo. This means that the rest of Africa will be traveling to Uganda starting tomorrow to commemorate the day. An estimate of 100 dignitaries from Ethiopia, Zimbabwe, Lesotho, Zambia, Malawi, South Africa and Chad, among other countries, for the event are expected. Zambia played the host role in 2022, 2021, 2022 edition were held in Lesotho, Chad, Malawi, Ethiopia. South Africa hosted in 2019, 2018, 2017, 2016, 2015 respectively. All the eyes of Africa are now on Uganda. The foreign delegation will include the African Committee of Experts on Rights and Welfare of Children, led by its chairperson. This committee is mandated by the African Union to monitor the promotion and protection of children's rights across the continent. The committee will land in the country tonight. We encourage you to interact with them to get their perspective about the children's rights in Africa. A detailed program of their stay is going to be shared with you shortly by the technical team. Venue, we are heading to Chiriandongo district in Panyador. It is a self-help secondary school in Chiriandongo in a refugee settlement. Why Chiriandongo? Over the past 3 years, Chiriandongo has been one of the most unfriendly districts for children to live in because of rampant violation. According to 2022 annual police crime report, the district recorded the highest number of domestic violence cases in the country at 520, closely followed by Luero. That was a domestic violence. Chiriandongo also registered a number of child neglect cases of 221 and only came second behind Kamuli. So Kamuli leads with 174 cases of child neglect. Chiriandongo was 151 throughout the year. Then the district stopped the cases of burglary and arson, 145 and 622 cases respectively, and featured predominantly in the top of child desertion cases, coming forth with 81. The Humanitarian Violence and Youth Survey conducted by the Minister in conjunction with Population Council Nairobi and OPM in March 2022 also revealed that the violence against children is very rife in the refugee settlement. The survey finding indicated that 42.6% of the females and 50.5% of the male aged 18 and 24 living in refugee settlement have experienced physical, sexual, and emotional violence in childhood. The recent released 2023 annual police crime report also places Chiliandongo second behind Tororo in the highest number of defilement cases since 2019. In 2019, 92 cases were recorded in Chiliandongo, 185 in 2020, 132 in 2021, 151 in 2022, 150 in 2023. So Chiliandongo mukujula obutanatuuka yefude berege. Violation have a very big impact on education for children and their well-being. For instance, high cases of child neglect could mean that parents are unable to provide basic needs, including school fees and other scholastic material for a child to study. Domestic violence, defilement, and other crime also contribute to the school dropout rates, as children suffer stigma, injuries, and even get pregnant, married, are unable to continue with their education. One of the aims of commemorating Day of African Child is to raise awareness about the need of improvement of education provided to African children. Holding the event in Chiliandongo, therefore, will present an opportunity to rally stakeholders in the district, especially the parents, to offer more support with a view of addressing violence, which might ultimately lead to improvement of education outcomes. According to OPM, Chiliandongo is currently hosting over 100,000 refugees and asylum seekers. This number includes 5,000 new arrivals that came in the country since January 2024, mainly from Sudan and South Sudan. A reasonable number of refugees include children whose education has been disrupted by the displacement. Hosting Day of African Child in a refugee settlement is therefore aimed at promoting inclusive education programming to address the needs of refugee children. Pre-activities. We have earmarked a couple of activities, sports, football, to create awareness for the day in Chiliandongo. A dialogue, two community dialogue involving parents in one settlement and the other host community are to be organized. The residents of Chiliandongo, the natives, the Banyora and all these tribes, originally Ugandans, will take debate or will have dialogue with the refugees in need to sensitize the importance of education for their children jointly. Community mobilization awareness creation. Minister of Gender Youth Task Force started traversing Chiliandongo communities tomorrow to create awareness about the importance of education and other children's rights. The youth track team will also engage communities on other government programs and partner intervention targeting children. We're also mobilizing people to attend the commemoration. Children Parliament. On the eve of the commemoration, children will be given an opportunity to share their view about education as a right. They will come up with a position paper containing recommendation how best their right to education can be promoted. The Speaker of Children Parliament will read out the position paper before the chief guest representative of the other MDAs, development partners, and African Union Secretariat. Poem contest. We shall also have a poem. Benefit of hosting DEC. Uganda is showcases vast efforts in education for all to children of Africa. Number two, government will get an opportunity to take stock of what has been achieved in regards to promotion of rights of education. Commemoration will further present opportunity to Uganda to highlight the obstacle violation that the children are facing in their daily lives. It is also an opportunity for all relevant MDAs and stakeholders with the mandate on promoting the right and education of existing gaps in the policy and practices that need to be addressed to attain a better education outcome for Ugandan children. The commemoration will act as a moment for government and this partner to new step up their effort towards the promotion of rights to education for all children. Through pre-active, children will be empowered with the knowledge and confidence to demand their rights, including education, motivate them to stay in school until completion. Parents and communities will be mobilized to promote children's rights to education. The foreign delegation will contribute massively to tourism and hospitality. Just like I told you, we have 100 people coming in. Those are 100 rooms in 5 stars and 3 stars. Even Chiliandongo, without a 3-star, their lodges are getting filled. Funding. The ministry does not have budget to support the activity. However, development partners have greatly contributed towards the commemoration of this year's event. I therefore take this opportunity to thank Our partners, Plan Uganda, Save the Children, UNICEF, Population Council, International Rescue Committee, both ends and Believing Areas Count, UCR NNN, Africa Child Fund, among others, for the support they have extended. A very big funding gap, so I call upon other partners to join us so that we make Uganda shine. I thank you for sparing time to listen to me, and I hope to see all of you in Chiriandongo. For God and my country, Barugahare. It happens 16th of June every year. We are coming together to commemorate the Day of African Child. How did this day come about? African Child Day came about, it was gazetted by African Union on the 16th of June, 1976. That is after the uprising in Soweto, South Africa, where children in South Africa were being mistreated and only taught in Afrikaner. Other children were learning the English syllabus or the white man's syllabus. These ones were being taught only in Afrikaner, and it was a predominantly used language. So children demonstrated for almost a mile. On that demonstration, there were thousands and thousands. So they forced a change. So in 1991, African Union initiated the Day of African Child, which is now celebrated with the main purpose of creating awareness about the need of improvement of thousands of our children. Many children in that demonstration were injured. Over 100 were injured during that Soweto demonstration. So this day, it aims at providing awareness and also promoting the essence and knowledge to our leaders to know that children matter wherever they are. All children are equal. All children deserve the best equal opportunities. They deserve good education.